Hello everybody, I am Lucas. How is it going? Today we are going to talk about Avenged Sevenfold, the stage. Now this album came out of nowhere. They released this album actually on Friday, October 28th. That's when they released it today, and it came out of nowhere. I mean, they released the stage, which is the title track and the very first track on the album. They released that a couple weeks ago, and there was rumors that they're going to drop an album, and yeah, they did. They said that they did it because people's attention spans are so short these days. They figured they would just drop it, and then it would drive a lot of attention to it, which it actually has worked. Actually, it worked pretty well. Now, let's get into this thing. Now, the very first song, it's like I just said earlier, is The Stage. That is a track that they dropped a few weeks ago. I actually really liked this track. I thought that they were returning to their City of Evil roots. I thought it was really cool. It's really long. The video for it is really cool, too. And it kind of does set the tone for their entire album. This song, it's really good, but it kind of led me to believe that the album would be a little different. But, because you really don't know what to expect on this thing. Now, the next song up is Paradigm. This song is very weak in compared to the stage. At times to me, it feels really disjointed. They try to do, I like what they're trying to do, but they just don't execute well. All throughout this album, you're going to find that during the transitions between the certain sections, like it'll go soft, and then whenever they want to kick it up and go real fast, there's like literally no transition, and it feels really disjointed. Which it's kind of sad because it could have been really cool. They just kind of missed the mark a little bit. Next one up is Sunny Disposition. This song has a really cool horn. The song has a really cool horn part toward the middle of it, and it gives me a kind of Dream Theory vibe a little bit. Not too much, but just a little bit. And it's really cool, and they keep that whole feel throughout the song. Now, goddamn, now this song is actually, it starts off really, I thought it was going to be an awesome song when it started. It starts off with this little guitar riff that stops. But, you know, it keeps that, it keeps that triple riff and it picks up and it keeps going, but the song kind of falls short. Because there's certain parts in the song, like I said in the following, in Sunny Disposition, it's really disjointed. It doesn't feel like the sections really mesh very well together. They just feel kind of off. Now, next song, Creating God. This one, it's kind of, I don't know, like, they're kind of hitting more of the same. A lot of these next couple of songs, they all start real soft, and they kick in, and they go down. This one has a nice verse to it, and it has a really good guitar solo in it. That's really all I got from that one. Now, Angels. Angels is one of the better songs. This whole song kind of gives me, like, an Alter Bridge, or even, like, an Audio Slave type of feel. Just kind of how they got the dirty guitar, the way they playing it, and it's a good song for being, toward the middle to the end of the album. Because the top tracks, the tracks that all came before these, some of them are a little bit weak. But now you're kind of starting to hit the stronger ones. Now, Simulation, this song starts off, like the other ones did, it's very soft. But the tom riff that opens this song, it sounds really weak. It sounds weird. Once again, another little disjointed little thing in there. Now, their new drummer is awesome. He can drum his butt off. He does an awesome job on this album. They did a good job picking him. But I don't like this Tom intro in here. And this song has like some spoken lyrics in it. And I understand what they were going for, a simulation. Because I mean, the whole background of this album is that it's kind of like this sci-fi space kind of theme going on. And it fits that, but that sounds weird. It's like Shadows is talking, and it just sounds. It sounds weird. I don't like it. It doesn't fit. Next song is Higher. This one starts off slow like the other ones did. Once again, it's more of that awkward transition in it. And the song also has a spectacular solo. Like the solos in here, I find they're good. Some other people said they were kind of lame. I find they're pretty decent. I mean, they could be worse. But as you can see, we're kind of starting to hit a stride here. They kind of starting to all sound the same. Now, Roman Sky, the song starts off really soft, and it keeps that. It starts off with a guitar on the left side, and it kind of keeps that theme through the entire song. It's a very mellow song. You have some strings that come in on the right hand side as opposed to the guitar on the left. And then in about 3 minutes, the entire band kicks in, but it keeps that whole chill vibe throughout the whole song. So it's not necessarily like a ballad per se, but it's more or less like it's kind of a change of pace a little bit, which is good to see because their songs are starting to get a little bit repetitive. Ferma Paradox, actually look up that title, and it'll kind of give you more of a little insight of what it actually means. It starts off with a guitar solo, and it gets real chill toward the middle. This whole song is very interesting. You have a band doing really thrashy stuff, like blast beats and stuff, but they're doing it very soft. So it's kind of like which is cool. I like that. I like that effect because using something that's normally violent and using it in a soft manner, which is cool. Now, Exist. This is a 15 epic minute closer of the album. Now, the first 7 minutes of it. Hold on, let me back up a little bit. The whole point of this song is they wanted to simulate the Big Bang happening in the birth of the Earth. That's what they wanted to simulate, but they wanted to do it in like a metal song. So it's kind of what this is. So the first 7 minutes, it starts off kind of slow and builds up. Then you have, some thrashing, some guitar solos going on. Then midway through, you kind of have some lyrics that go on for a little while, and it's really soft, kind of after the Big Bang. And then you have Neil deGrasse Tyson reading a poem or, some words that he specifically wrote for this album, that's really awesome. Because I've been noticing a lot of prog bands the previous years have kind of been doing that kind of thing with Carl Sagan. But here you have Neil Tyson, and it's really cool. And I just used cool again, probably the 50th time. And as you can see, this is a really cool closing song. I really like this song to close it. It ends with the poem that's happening, and the birth of the Earth is happening as the poem is going on. That's what they wanted to go with at that section of the song. And I like this song to close the album. It's really cool. Now, production on this album, all of it is pretty good. I like the drum sounds on here. But where's the bass? There's no low end in any of it. I guess it just took the And Justice for All approach with this, and they nuked the crap out of the bass because you can't really hear it that much, which is disappointing. Overall, I like this album, but it kind of, it misses some marks for me. Like I said earlier, there's a lot of disjointed sections in it. The spoken word voice thing and simulation doesn't exactly hit the mark for me. Now, I'm really glad they did the whole sci-fi prog approach, which just is cool. This album is really good. They took elements of City of Evil, and then they kind of took elements from. I liked Nightmare, by the way. I thought it was pretty decent, and they kind of took elements, and they kind of made a concept album, and they threw some prog in there, which I like, and I like that attempt. I like that they went for that. They weren't afraid of it, and they committed to it. But I think it could have been better produced. Like I said, a lot of disjointed areas in there that could have easily been fixed, and that's what disappoints me because I wanted to love this album when I heard the stage, but I just needed a little more push. I'm gonna give this a 3.5 out of 5, and like I said, if it wouldn't be for those really weird moments that they have in this album would be a 4, even a 5. Alright guys, what do you think about it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you hate to love it? Let me know in the comments down below. If you like this review, hit that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe. And that's for me. I'm out.